Hi everyone, welcome all to joining the today's webinar on Learn Pro Tips to Become Grammar Smart. My name is Ravali and I'm a part of team here at Turito. I'm joined here by today's speaker, Mrs. Sunaina Gupta, one of the star tutor at Turito, and Ms. Priyanka from Student Counselor Department. This webinar is an outreach program by Turito for students to help in developing their learning skills and for parents who are willing to give their children best education. Before we start off, let me give a quick intro about our organization. And all you are aware, Turito is an e-learning platform, and our vision is to provide quality education to every student by well-experienced faculty. Currently, Turito is present in USA, Canada, Middle East, India, Singapore, and Australia regions. And programs offered by Turito are NAPLAN OC and one-on-one tutoring services for math, science, and English subjects in Australia region. And Turito exclusives are regular assessment programs to track child progress and also doubt clarification sessions to make child's concept stronger. Turito also provides parent app access to make a part of children's learning journey. Moreover, we have top 2% certified educators whom we partnered with to envision our mission. And before getting into the specific, let me offer a quick intro about our today's speaker. Ms. Sunana Gupta has a vast experience of 34 years in the education industry. She is a former principal and reputed academician. She is an expert of diverse cultures and teaching practices, who has facilitated various students' exchange programs. She is a recipient of prestigious awards for incorporating innovative practices in schools. And all the parents, please feel free to drop your questions at Q&A section. We have Q&A session after ending this topic. We shall be answering all the questions during that session. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Hi, good morning to everybody. India and Australia. As of now, it's morning everywhere. So, as we move forward, before we begin, I would just like to say that at Turito, we always focus on concepts. We focus on grammatical concepts so that whatever children learn to read and write, they are grammatically correct. It is very often said that English language is a work in progress, so have fun with it. And since English is an international language, I think what the need of the hour is not only the spoken language is correct, but also whatever we write is also correct. So, and in order to have that, we need to have our grammar basics, which should be correct. Ma'am, can we move ahead? Now, today we will talk about how we are going to improve the grammatical skills, how we at Turito improve at grammatical skills. There are a few tips that I would like to give. The first is we always encourage the children to read intensively to perfect their grammar skills. When we read more, we understand different grammar rules. Now, those grammar rules may not be taught per se at that point of time, but definitely are taught by the teachers at some point or the other, so we understand to speak and write better. Then the next is write more and quiz yourself. It is very, very useful and important to have the rules with you. Now, the teachers, whenever they take up a topic, they always tell the children, they prize them with the rules of going ahead with the topic. And it is important for the children to keep referring to them till the time they master the skill. There is no harm if the child goes back. We encourage the children to go back, refer to the rule, and come back and answer. There is no harm in doing that because the child is in the process of learning. So want that the children should be able to do that, lest they start writing slang or they start putting slang in their written skills. The next one is write, learn grammar aspects, write and speak better. Now, when we are learning grammar aspects, definitely we will write better and speak better. Then write more and quiz yourself. Just like we are doing extensive reading, there can be important skills. We keep asking questions from the children as teachers. We keep asking them questions. We keep giving them worksheets, and wherein they have to keep giving us answers. They can be one word answers, they can be answers in sentences, but then the answers is to test whether the child has understood the basic grammar concept or not. So it is very important to quiz oneself. Besides that, we also apprise them with the questions which are there on the portal where they can quiz themselves. We also give them some online quizzes where they get their scores immediately. So these are the few things we try to, and it is a fun way of learning. So it is not rote learning that we are trying to teach children. We give them fun learning to uh, quiz and understand. Then the next and the most important thing is consult others and learn from feedback. See, when we are writing, we always think that we are doing our best. Obviously, we try to put our best foot forward. But then it is always a good idea to whatever we have written, whatever piece we have written that we are telling, encouraging the child to write, the child should be able to read it aloud. Let others, when we listen, when we read it and reread it, there are times when we are unable to pinpoint the mistakes that we may have committed. But when others hear it, they are able to tell us if there is any mistake. And that is very important. And we must be constructive, we must learn to take a constructive feedback and correct our mistakes. And that is what we teach the children, that that is what we need to do. So we need to learn the grammatical rules and use them in real life. Grammatical rules just on paper will make no sense. Ravli, can we just go to the next slide, please? Grammatical rules are going to help children to write and speak better, helps in giving them clarity about the language and correct communication. It will avoid ambiguity and will convey the precise meaning of whatever our writing or our speaking is trying to say. Comprehending what the other person is saying helps the reader or the listener to understand better. Like when I am talking to you, if I do not speak correct English, you will not be able to understand what I am trying to convey. So, what I feel is grammar, like any other language, is the base of English also. So, it is important for our children to know the basics of grammar. Today, they are in Australia. Tomorrow, they will go in the world to explore opportunities. And they should be thorough with what they are writing or what they are speaking. There are different writing styles, there are different speaking styles. The correct grammar they should be thorough with. Ravli. Now, these are the general mistakes in grammar which we make. She said, you can get on the airplane. These are simple prepositions. I said, no thanks. I'm getting in the airplane. So just simple on and in. Then we say punctuations are really, really important. They change the meaning of what you are saying. A woman without her man is nothing. A woman without her man is nothing. Another important aspect is that my subject and the verb have agreed to disagree. The big dog run. So the sentence makes no sense because the subject and the verb, they do not agree to each other. And that is why we say that the subject and the verb have agreed to disagree. So when they do not agree, your sentences will not make any sense. And it happens many times. It doesn't happen once, it happens many times when children are speaking. So there are times when they will use two past tenses, there are times when they will use the wrong tense. So it is important for them to understand the correct usage of tenses and the correct usage of subject verb agreement. Now, why learn English with Turito? Please understand, we do not work with a set module. We do not do one size fits all. We do not have that. It is every child is important to us. No five fingers are equal. So no children are also having different learning abilities. So we do not go with one size fits all. We have a very child centric approach. One child may be able to understand one concept better, the other child may be able to understand the other concept better. So everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we try to change their weaknesses into their strengths. We choose mindful over handful learning. We don't want to give quantity, we try to ignite their thinking skills. We clear concepts from the basics. We learn in live, interactive, and small group sessions. There are times when we have one-to-one sessions. There are times when we have 2 or 3 children in the group where children learn from each other, and which is the peer learning is also one of a very, very effective way of learning. So peer teaching is one way where we can really improve a child's learning. Now we have a very comprehensive material which is targeted for NAPLAN and OC exams. Collaborative teaching of concepts of reading, writing, grammar, and speaking skills. In OC, you have the reading comprehension, but the child will not be able to understand reading comprehension till the time his grammatical skills are clear and he's able to understand what is written in the passage. So the comprehension part is really, really important. Can we move ahead, please? Okay. Any questions that anybody would like to take? Anybody would like to ask any questions? I can see one question here. What are the ways to ensure grammar skills? I just shared with you the 5 tips: reading more, having some grammar base with you, The grammar rules which are given by the teachers are very important to consult. Then writing whatever you want to, whatever ideas you have, write them, read them aloud, take a constructive feedback. Will reading books help in improving grammar? Definitely, it helps in improving grammar because then we understand the correct usage of grammar. Which is the best way to improve grammar? Reading or writing or speaking? We can never take language in isolation. Language is one part which is taken all together. So, reading, writing, speaking, everything together helps us improve grammar. How many hours of classes will we get in a week? Generally, children take 2 hours, 2 days in a week, which is 1 hour class. But then there are children, depends on the child's need. There are children who take 5 hours also. There are children who can take more than that also. It depends on the child needs. As I said, the course is tailor made for every child's need. We do not have any hard and fast rule for any child. The child may want 5 classes, may want 7 classes, may want just 1 class, or may want 2 or 3 classes. That depends on how much the child needs. Any other question?
Yeah, ma'am. Which is the best way to improve grammar, reading or writing or speaking?
I just said that reading, writing, or speaking together, they all are it has to be a combination. Grammar, language can never improve in isolation. Language will have to be reading, writing, or speaking. And I have already said that reading is the secret weapon of improving your grammar. So reading, writing, and then you go to writing, read, reread, read it aloud, let others give a feedback, and that is how you are going to improve your grammatical skills. So speaking, of course, when you put whatever you have understood in practice, that is how you improve your grammar. So nothing is in isolation. It is one package.
Yeah, ma'am. Next, what kind of support should the parent give help improve their children?
The support that the parents need to give is that kindly help them to read from very early stage. I know the life is busy, and the only request that I will make is that which I will say from my personal experience, before your child learns to read also, please read out at least a piece for them before they go to bed, and you will see how their writing, their reading will improve. Once their reading improves, they will improve their grammatical skills also and their writing skills also. So that is one thing that I always request the parents, that inculcate the habit of reading from a very early stage. But it is, I will say, it is never too late to inculcate that habit. Even if you spend half an hour or 15 minutes with your child to understand what the child has read and give a summary of what the child has read, the child will also understand the importance of reading. How to join these classes? Can somebody please answer?
Yeah, Priyanka, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
And we got a
Hear
question
me?
how to join these classes.
Yeah, so after the webinar, within 24 hours, the team will reach out to you and they'll schedule the demo class with for your child. And after that, you like the sales team will be in touch with you, so you can join these classes.
And one more question, Priyanka, how can I track my child's progress?
I will answer that question. How can you track your child's progresses? When the classes are going on, there is no set thing that you cannot talk to a teacher. Talk to the teacher as and when you need to talk to the teacher. There are regular assessments that we take as teachers of the topics that we have covered with the children. That will also give you an idea of what your child is doing. Then you can always talk to the teacher whenever you get time to talk to the teacher. You have the teacher's number with you. Kindly get in touch with them. And there are times when teachers, they really look forward to talking to the parents and tell them, give them a feedback about their child's progress. So kindly be available to take the, to understand how much your child has progressed. Kindly go through their work on regular basis.
Yeah, ma'am. And the next question is
What
what are
kind of books do we follow to improve grammar? Ma'am, we generally do not tell children to follow we do not burden the child to follow any grammar books. We give them enough material to practice, but we also give them all the rules. We give them enough worksheets. They can practice on the portal. They can go online. But in case the children want to, you as parents, you are keen on uh, giving a book to the child, I would suggest, like we've all read, Wren and Martin, which is the Bible of grammar, kindly refer to that book. Yes, it will be one-to-one session. We have one-to-one sessions also, and we have group sessions also. So depends on what you want to go in for. Depends on the child's need. If you want to go in for a one-to-one sessions, we have lots of one-to-one sessions going on as of now also. Any other question?
yeah, ma'am. If my child needs extra support, what steps will be taken?
Uh, if your child needs extra support, we can always give them, first we can give them more worksheets to practice. Still, if the child needs more support, we can give them more classes to help them understand better. So that all is depending on the need of the child, as I said. It's not like you have said that you are going to enroll your child for one class or two classes or five classes, and the child is not able to cope up in that. It is not that we will not increase, we will not change. We are always ready for change. So if the child needs extra support, you can tell the teacher, if you think with extra worksheets the child will be able to cope up, kindly tell the teacher to give the worksheets. The teachers generally and always do that. And in case you need to increase the number of classes, then you can request Turito to increase the number of classes. That depends on the child's need.
Yeah, ma'am. No more questions as of now, and we'll be ending the session. Thank you so much for explaining all the questions with patience, ma'am. And we will be having a webinar session in the upcoming week as well. We hope to see you all again. Until then, if you have any queries, please write to us at care@turito.com. For more info, please visit our website www.turito.com. And for better learning and better results, join Turito. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.